pre-lock live stream. My name is Jon Jansen. Follow me at jjansen34. Joining me is Ghost at DFS_Ghost. Ghost, we have 11 games. How you feeling about this one? How we feeling? Good?
It's
Great?
a really
grand?
chalky slate. It's a really chalky
Chalky?
slate. So
ooh, I don't like
it's
I don't
going
like
to be
chalk.
Ricky Bobby mentality tonight. Look at it every other night. If you're not first, you're last, because there's no way I'm playing all of this chalk tonight. It is beyond gross. Everyone's
So you're
playing
playing every...
guys.
Are you... Wait, really?
Everyone's playing the same 6 guys. We'll just put them on the screen right now. Jalen Brunson. I'll wait there. Jalen Brunson.
Oh, you actually
Luka's
want me to
out,
put
right?
him in the line?
Yeah, we'll put him in the
line.
We'll put it on the screen in case
That's
anyone
fine.
in case anyone has audio off for some reason. I really hope they don't, but
it'd be funny just to be looking at us two idiots and just seeing players go in and out of the line.
If someone's like if someone's at the office or something, I don't know, like it is what it is.
No, it's true. There was a scenario, but I'm just thinking the scenario of two people looking at our dumb, silly heads and just seeing players move from the player pool over to the lineup.
Yeah. They're staring at the mugs, but like they're playing Brunson, they're playing Porzingis. You just click power forward and he's gonna be right there. Which makes me vomit.
So we're not playing these guys.
They are playing Tyler Hero, who is a lock for me because it's Tyler Hero.
Of course.
They're playing Chetty Osman. And they're playing Ricky Rubio.
Is the hype train for Ricky Rubio going too far?
You know what? I'll even put a 6th guy up there. It's Taylor Horton-Tucker.
Let me see if Tucker will work.
I think it's Horton-Tucker on DK.
I swear to... There we go.
So that's your chalk right there.
Don't play these guys. Any of them. None of them.
I'm not saying don't play any of them. But if you're playing cash, so I see... I know Tone Play Golf loves cash games there, and rightfully so. I play a ton of cash games myself.
So this is a tone slate, is what you're telling me.
This is your cash build. Finish the other 2 spots. I'm sorry to sound like a you-know-what, but I just put 6 guys in your lineup for you. That's what it is. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm a very straight
simple
shooter.
As that. Done. That's the analysis. That's it.
I'm a straight shooter. You guys know that. Everyone that's been here for more than 5 minutes knows that. So I call it like I see it. I just put 6 guys in your cash lineup for you. You got 2 spots to fill up. Go for it. Outside of that, where I am looking in GBPs, because I don't want to play all these guys together. Yeah, that's the other guy. So there you go. I didn't say it. You did. So yeah, let's just say that I agree with it. I aim to finish first in tournaments. So we were having this conversation in Discord today where people were like, well, I want to play a combination of these guys. And that's fine. You just can't play all of them together. Because at one point, your aggregate rostership is just through the roof, and it is mathematically impossible for you to take down a tournament. There are only so many 2v2 combos that you can make with these guys in your lineup. So for me, this is a pure GPP slate. When I see about it this way, people will say, oh, it's way too chalky. I see it as a chance for all of these guys to bust outside of Tyler Hero, because he's just one of my favorite players, and everyone knows that. Everyone that's been here for more than 5 minutes knows that. And RLS knows that too, because we have the very same mentality, along with Tulok and Adam, of course, that we love slates like this because everyone's playing the same people, and that means that we can get different. So looking at the top of the pricing grid, Giannis at 12.5 is not completely out of play. And as crazy as that seems, nobody's playing Giannis tonight. And when we're looking at a slate where there is a ridiculous amount of value, I want raw points. I don't care about flame emojis. I don't care if he gets a snowflake with 60. I just want the highest scoring player in my lineup tonight. So I will certainly have one of Giannis Antetokounmpo or Karl Anthony Towns, who I have rated as the top 2 scorers on the entire slate right now. So I will 100% be playing one of the 2 of them. And again, Giannis is 1% roster on slate. And I don't care what his price is. Giannis should never be 1% roster. So in a matchup where he gets Chris Middleton back, Andrew Holiday's at full health, people are going to say, well, why do I want to play 12.5 for Giannis? That's exactly when you want to play 12.5.
Solid question. I know this changes from slate to slate, but this is a pretty solid question of max percentage ownership you recommend for lineups in GPP. I know that's a little open-ended, but I'm sure there are a few scenarios you could probably think of and where ownership plays a big role.
That's a very it's a very macro level question. When I say that, I mean like
right, yes.
From an aerial point of view. So I'm just going to end up specifying that a little bit to make it more into a micro question, which is the direct approach that I take. So I know you didn't ask for this, but I'm going to give it to you because I feel like this is the best way that I can answer that. I work my entire NBA lineup in duos. So 2 people at a time, that's the way I do it. So if someone says, am I playing this guy or that guy, meaning am I playing A or B, and it's not a duo, first of all, I will always say check them all, because whenever it comes to questions like that, whatever I say ends up being whoever's higher on the model. Secondly, it's not fair to say, am I playing this guy or that guy, because no one is the exact same price. And when they are, it's check the model. So if people are not the same price, it's impossible to say pick one guy versus another. You need to make it out in duos. And that's the exact strategy I use for rostership percentages. So the way that it works, this is not an exact mathematical calculation. Do not take this to any, it's not 100% that you could take it to heart. It's not anything like that. But just from experience and everything else that goes along with being obsessed with NBA DFS, the lunatic that I am, you pretty much take an individual player's rostership and multiply it by that second player. So if one person is 50% rostered and another player is 50% rostered, take out your calculator, do 0.5 times 0.5, right? You can't do 50 times 50. No one's going to be 250%. You got to convert it to decimals there. So 0.5 times 0.5, that will be your aggregate rostership for that duo together. So I will literally do it on my phone right now. 0.5 times 0.5 is 0.25, meaning that 25% of the lineups in your contest will have those 2 players rostered together. So I'll just take 2 players on the screen. Again, these are not rostership numbers for tonight. I'm using this purely in the sake of an example. If Tyler Hero is 50% rostered tonight, as is Ricky Rubio, 25% of your lineups in that entire contest will have that exact combination. What I like to do is that every single duo that I build has to be 10% or less. So that's the way that it works for me, because you end up saying 10%. That's not a lot at all. Keep in mind, you're multiplying ownerships by one another. So to say, well, 25% of lineups, that can't be all that much. If 1/4 of your field has the exact duo that you have, you're not taking down a tournament. It's mathematically impossible unless it's 2 players that are in a smash spot, which is the case tonight. If it's Tyler Hero and Dwayne Dedmon, if it's Tyler Hero and Osman, Horton, Tucker, Rubio, I'm not saying that 2 of these guys won't be in the optimal lineup. I'm sure they will be. Jalen Brunson, Porzingis, etc. But what I'm saying is that you better have other combinations that are 5% aggregate ownership together, because you need to be able to get different from the field. And you can't do that with 25% of the people having Tyler Hero and Chetty Osman, 25% of the people having Hero and Horton Tucker. At one point, you're going to run out of room where everybody has the same combinations. So for me, it's really about expanding your player pool. And tonight's the perfect example for that. I'm okay with playing 2 to 3 of these guys, right? So you end up playing Hero, you end up playing, I'm not even going to say his name because it makes me vomit. You end up playing his teammate Brunson. You end up playing Osman, Horton Tucker. That's fine. I'm not saying they're bad plays. I'm saying the opposite. They are very good plays. But when you end up entering them one after another in your lineup, you're getting closer and closer to a cash build, meaning that you are nowhere near the top of the tournament list. Yep. And 5 cents worth of advice, what I said here in Discord today, if it seems too easy, there's a reason for that. And it's not because you're winning $100,000. So that's what I'll say when it comes to aggregate rostership in your lineup. For me, it's all about duos. You multiply ownerships by one another. X player is this percent rostered. Y player is this percent rostered. Multiply them by one another. You want that number as close as possible to 0, no higher than 10 for me, with the exception of, hey, I'm locking in Jalen Brunson and Tyler Hero tonight. That's cool. But that means you can't be playing a guy like Kristaps Porzingis and pairing him with Chetty Osman or Taylor Horton Tucker. Everyone is going to have those combinations.
What a breakdown. Very good stuff, Ghost. So, yes, come for plays, stay for math. We were getting very close, if any wrestling fans out there, to sounding like Steiner math, but Ghost is good at math, so we didn't teeter the edge of being completely insane. It actually
kind of gave it away that I was a finance major there, but that's the way that it
a little bit. It works especially once you started going into micro macro, it's like, all right, we got a finance major on our hands here. Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
I love
As you can
math.
tell,
That's
I
the way
took
that I
macro and micro classes in finance, and because just for the gen ed, and that was it. It
Yep.
was like, this is
Yep.
not.
And those are the worst
Boom.
ones, too.
That's
They
it
are
for me.
terrible. They are
Dude,
terrible.
and they're gen ed classes. I'm like, this sinks.
They're
I hate
terrible.
this. So yes, I hated those. All right, so back to this, which obviously now plays into it. Are you fine with getting both Giannis and Cat in there, or is there
No,
not
you
enough
can't play
value?
both.
Okay.
No, you can't play both. One value play that I will mention that I think is going to find his way on the outside looking in. He was projected to be highly rostered. And again, man, sucks to suck if you don't use our projection model at WinDailySports.com, because we had Medu as the second highest value on the entire slate 2 days ago. And he absolutely crushed with 36 DK at $3,600.
Yep.
It's a quick 10x. Look at that again, more math. Quick 10 times value there. He was the top overall value play on the slate. We had him ranked as number 2, and he was 5% rostered last slate. Today, he was way up there. Now with Bam Adebayo being ruled out, that likely falls to Dwayne Dedmon. So I was always going to play Medu today. He was the model gem a couple days ago. He's a model gem again today. So I will be playing Medu there at 3,800. And I'm hoping that rush ship ends up falling towards Dwayne Dedmon at 4,000 with Bam Adebayo being out.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. Dwayne Dedmon is a great play. I'm not going to hide it. I have him as number 1 value on the slate, right ahead of Medu. So that for me is the two guys that really stand out. Guys like Osman are really high. Guys like Rubio, Porzingis, Brunson, all the guys that we had up on the screen before are obviously really high. But not everybody can be highly rostered. And I think that Medu ends up being on the outside looking in tonight, which is why I'm going to double down on some Medu exposure tonight.
I like it. So there's a little 3,800 in there as well. So obviously 11 games. This means that there are some games that you just like to go to in particular. What are some of those games? I think we may have given some of it away, but what are the games that you're sticking with? Oh,
I don't want to say this was flipped earlier today. That's exactly what I was hoping for. I don't want to say it was flipped. Medu was nowhere near 45%, but he was trending towards the 25% range. And Dedmon was obviously unowned because everyone was playing Bam Adebayo. Now that Bam's out, Dedmon at 45%. It's a good play. Just again, you have to get different elsewhere. If you're playing Porzingis, you're playing Brunson, you're playing all these guys. I'm taking a shot with Medu over Dedmon tonight. I'm being crystal clear about that. And I know a lot of the guys use model 2. Dedmon number 1, and he's an absolute smash play. Just again, you got to get different somewhere. And for me, being able to take the number 2 value play, it's like I'm taking number 15. I'm taking number 2 over number 1. I'm A-okay with that, and I'll be able to sleep tonight. So,
all right, let's go through a couple of lineups. Hero. Sometimes these are really hard for me to read because I'm like, wait, I don't get some of the nicknames. But no, I
Brian's
get
the
it.
best with his nicknames. The best is Boxhead. That one threw me off so hard the first time I saw that. Oh, my gosh. Called Donovan Mitchell Boxhead, and I was screaming. Oh man, that was so funny. I do like that lineup. Again, Sengun outscoring Dedmon is a possibility. They're the same price. I like that pivot. I mean, for GBPs, it works. If you're looking for more conservative, 100%, I'm going to say Dedmon. If you're looking to finish first, it's definitely not. It's not unviable for Sengun to go bonkers against OKC tonight. So I really do like that. And plus, Kevin Porter Jr. might be out of that game. So they're going to be loading up on the front court. You might even see Sengun share the court with Christian Wood tonight. That would not surprise me at all.
Full fade to Dallas, by the way.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton, but I love it. I do love it. I don't want to say I hope it pays off for you. I do love it because you are automatically taking the Ricky Bobby mentality, and that's what I'm about tonight. So I am not hiding it whatsoever. I'm either finishing first or I'm finishing last tonight because I'm not playing all those guys. I will play some. I'm again full. You guys know me. I'm full transparent. I will play some. I'm obviously everyone knows I'm playing Tyler Hero, and I'm likely gonna play a second or third guy. But I'm not playing all 6. Certainly not all 6 together. So
I love how you say the first or last thing, but like at the end of the movie, the dad makes it very clear is like that was a stupid mentality to go for. So like it's really funny to use that reference. It works here in your context, but in the movie it was just like, yeah, that was kind of a stupid thing, and I love that you just use it. Just a stupid aside for me. Plus, yes, I know. Once you say KP, I'm like, I know who Ghost is definitely not going to play out of all these guys. Out of all these chalk.
This is what I was explaining. And the main reason why I'm not diving into too many individual plays tonight is because of those 6 guys that we put up on the screen. Like, that's who everyone is playing tonight.
Yeah.
So anyone else that you roster, you're automatically different. So I don't have to dive into too many individual plays tonight. Just real quick at the top of the pricing grid, I already said I'm playing Giannis, I'm playing Towns. That's it. I'm not playing Harden. I'm not playing Kevin Durant. I'm not playing Westbrook. I don't want to say if I'm playing Anthony Davis or not. You guys will get the hint from that. But I'm playing Towns. I'm playing Giannis.
Not the exact quote from the dad, Adam, but the close.
Yeah. Right. So for me, it's you end up fading someone that's likely going to be 50 to 60% rostered in tournaments tonight, and that is like again. And I understand the point of view that people were so focused on today in Discord was that, oh, well, he put up a good game last game. First of all, you can't be looking at game logs. That is I don't even want to say shoot yourself in the foot. That is you're walking into your coffin. Like, it's not shooting yourself in the foot. You're walking into a coffin. Like, it's that bad. You can't be looking at game log relevant. The other thing is that when someone is 60% rostered and it's not someone like Giannis with a 7-man rotation in Milwaukee, it's automatically up for grabs for me to fade them. Because if he busts, and not even busts to the point where he puts up 25 DK. No. Like, I know KP is going to take 20 shots tonight. He's likely going to grab 10 boards. I understand that. A bust for me for Porzingis is that he drops 35 to 40. If your guy is going 5 to 6x at 7.3K, it's not good enough at 60% roster. I'll tell you that right now. And I know this exact example. I'm not saying play this guy over KP. Do not, right? So again, make sure you hear me when I say this. Do not play this guy over Porzingis. I just know that, for example, another player that I strongly dislike is John Collins. And he is the exact price of Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, I dislike him too, but for different reasons.
Like, imagine if John Collins outscores Porzingis. You take your exact lineup and all you did was switch Collins over Porzingis. You're not finishing ahead of one person. You're finishing ahead of thousands because 60% of your contest rostered Kristaps Porzingis. Right? So that is the mentality that you need to have when it comes to somebody that is ridiculously high rostered. It's not about, well, he's a smash play. Okay, everyone knows that tonight. Luka's out. We're playing Porzingis, you're playing Brunson, and maybe you play Tim Hardaway Jr. Everyone knows that. Anybody that's been playing NBA DFS knows that. But again, it's how do you get different? And for me, it's you can't be playing all these guys together. And I rather play the lower tier of guys that are highly rostered. Guys like Horton Tucker, guys like Osman, who Cleveland have nobody tonight. Mobley's out, Jared Allen's, all these guys are out. Cleveland has nobody. Kevin Love was like on the couch for the last 3 weeks. They have nobody. He was literally in the G League for conditioning. Like, I don't know what else to say about when it comes to the level of how depleted this roster is tonight. I'd rather take a chance on Rubio. I'd rather take a chance on Osman. I don't want to take a chance on $8,000 chalk. You could play a guy like Christian Wood. You could play a guy like, again, don't even entertain this possibility, but you could play John Collins. You could play. There are so many different options when you get it up to that 7K range that, am I playing Porzingis tonight in cash? You absolutely have to. And those 6 guys that we put up on the screen earlier, that should be your cash lineup. But for tournaments, I'm not saying do or don't. It is 100% up to you guys, the names that you click. But you have to entertain the possibility because you are doing yourself a disservice if you don't. That's all I'm going to say about playing Kristaps Porzingis tonight. He will likely do well, but will it be enough? No. I don't want to see the little flame emoji. I know he's going to get that. That's an automatic.
I'm already going to say no. It's not.
Will he get over 45 DK? Because there are a ton of guys on this slate tonight at 7K that can do that. There are a ton of guys at 8K that are completely unrostered tonight that will do that. Cole Anthony is completely unrostered. Malcolm Brogdon is completely unrostered. And they are at the same position as guys like Ricky Rubio, guys like Jalen Brunson, at the same price as Kristaps Porzingis. Like, there are plenty of viable pivots, and this is the perfect slate to end up toying with that, where, yes, it's okay to eat a bit of the chalk, but you have to get different with some of these 1% to 2% owned plays to be able to finish first in a tournament. Because if you're loading up on the guys that I put up on the screen earlier, it's not going to end up in a 100K win.
Well, I think you broke down that site, even gave us math that just completely went over my head, but people understood it. I'm just an idiot. I think now is a good place to stop. Is there anything else you would like to, because I feel like that was that was just about it for this slate because it seems
There
like
is
it's pretty.
one game. There's one
Let's go
game that
to
I'll
it.
mention because
Yep.
I do like to talk about game environments. I'm not going to dive into individual plays,
Washington, Charlotte.
but just no, not a Washington game. We're actually going to Sacramento game, which is the only team that I target more than Washington. Is Sacramento. I will say this: nearly everybody in this game is expected to smash value in the model tonight. Highest over under on the slate, by far the best. And that's one of a million factors that I have when it comes to game environments. It is by far the best game environment on the slate. And the fact that Karl Anthony Towns is not being one of the highest rostered players tonight is beyond me. And if you're not playing Karl Anthony Towns, you better be playing Anthony Edwards or D'Angelo Russell because one of these guys is going nuclear tonight. That's all I'm going to say about this game. And if you look at the model even more, nearly every single Sacramento player that gets more than 5 seconds of playing time is expected to smash their value tag. So I will be all over this game. This is how I'm getting different in GPPs. I'm attacking the best game environment that has some star power in it with guys like De'Aaron Fox, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell, Buddy Hield, Tyrese Halliburton, Harrison Barnes, Rashawn Holmes. The list goes on and on and on. And of course, Medu. I'm attacking the best game environment to be able to get different in GPPs. That is the way that I am surrounding myself with 2, max 3 of those guys that we started off the stream with on the screen.
Yeah. So I'll blow up our faces here. Use the model. Use the model. All right, that's it. WinDailySports.com. WinDailySports.com. Go there. Use the model. Sign up for a gold membership over again, WinDailySports.com. This is all sponsored by the Sharp app. I was going to bring that one up. That's good. Okay. I didn't know if that was too many of the. Sorry, Brian. I'm really sorry. What was aggressive? What was aggressive? Me yelling or blowing up our faces like that? What was the more aggressive part?
I know people are not exactly too happy about Anthony Davis's result from last slate, even though you should have cashed with him. It was still an easy cash with everyone else that you played. I think I hit like 320 something. It was like low 320s. We'll just call it 320. I hit 320 on DK with Anthony Davis putting up 25. So you can tell how I feel about Anthony Davis. I will be playing Anthony Davis a little bit tonight. I'll say that. That's the way we're going to end it. I will be playing some Anthony Davis tonight.
Okay, no more yelling. I'm going to be really quiet then. I'm going to be subdued. Just going to be really quiet. That is it for us, WinDailySports.com. We'll be back tomorrow with more NBA DFS. We'll be back more NBA DFS tomorrow. Go into the Discord chat, though, WinDailySports.com Academy tab. You can go there and see the Discord chat sign up. Go in there, and all of our DFS experts will be helping you out. It's one of the most important tools to use when building lineups. Of course, a projection model as well over at WinDailySports.com. That is it for us. We'll be back tomorrow for some NBA DFS. WinDailySports.com.